Over at State House, it has become apparent that we have 3 usurpers of power. And in this video, I want us to look into who those usurpers of power are. And with no further ado, let's get after it. Top of the list is a one Dennis Itumbi. I remember at one point it was said that Rigiji alishika huyu jamaa mashati, na mimi naona Gachagua alitukosea sababu hata kofi ingetembea, mashati haitoshi. Because how can an unelected bureaucrat storm into a room to cut short a meeting between the president and the deputy president? The 2 most senior people in the republic are being interrupted by an unelected bureaucrat. Just listen into this.
My problem with that so-called small man is that they work in cohort with the president and he hangs around State House. And if you have a discussion with the president and he doesn't like the way it is going, he sends him a text and Dennis walks into the president's office and says, Mr. President, you are late for the next meeting. And the president brings the meeting to a closure. I had not realized that until I studied, I saw there is a pattern. And any time I had many issues with the president that were not pleasant, I would face him and say, this is not right, this is not good, and I would win the argument, and he doesn't like it, and he would like to bring a meeting to a closure. Somehow Dennis walks in, and I saw a pattern. So one day, we were launching, the president was going to sign, the housing levy law, bill into law. And I was with the president in his office, the 2 of us. And I had a very hot conversation with him. And I was telling Mr. President, Kenyans are not interested in affordable housing. And people are very unhappy about the taxation. And Mr. President, only a fool doesn't change his mind. Let us look this thing. And please, from the feedback I'm getting from the ground. And Mr. President, I was elected with you. I mean, it's my job to tell you what the people are saying. And since we are elected together on a joint ticket, when I see we are going down and I don't tell you, it is not fair. Then when we were just continuing, I think he took a phone, Itumbi comes. And he said, Mr. President, we need to go.
Itumbi is misbehaving and is actively wielding power that no one gave him. I'm even curious to know what these guys do to Kindiki. Because kama Gachagua alipitia hayo, what about the new deputy? Hiyo tutaanza kuisikia the moment akwe short changed for Gladys Wanga. The second notorious usurper of power is Faruk Kibet. This guy is an overglorified PA, and I'm starting to notice that this habit is common amongst the Kalenjin leaders. Moi had Biwot, Ruto has Faruk. How comes all the other presidents don't have such nonsense? Uhuru gave power to a cabinet secretary called Dr. Fred Matiang'i. A cabinet secretary, at least he had some claim to power. Ruto has given it to a primary student, and he's seriously usurping that power. Just listen into this tip.
Probably before we come to that, he said I fight small people. I don't fight anybody. He says that I was fighting Faruk Kibet. Faruk Kibet is not a small man. He is a co-president in this country. Faruk Kibet runs the government. Everybody reports to him. The Inspector General of Police, the head of public service, cabinet ministers. William Ruto issues instructions to cabinet ministers through Faruk Kibet. Ministers tremble at his very sight.
If you want to perform your functions as a leader without any problems whatsoever, do not let the chain of command be violated. In a household where the husband gives more power to a child over the wife, there will be problems. Likewise, if the same power is given to a maid over a son or daughter of the home, there will always be problems. But if you follow protocol, as the man of the home when you're not there, you leave your wife in charge. When your wife is not there, you leave the eldest child in charge. Hawachi mfanyikazi atiendo anapanga mambo ya kwako. Unless the kids are very small. And in this case, tukiongelea siasa, hakuna mtoto hapa. Why is a PA giving instructions to the deputy president, giving instructions to cabinet secretaries? I'll even play for you in the What in the World segment a video of Faruk Kibet pushing John Mbadi. This guy needs to be tamed. And if not for anything else, for the president's own sake. Faruk akichoma, watu wanachoka na rais. The other day alikuwa anapea instructions kwa James Orengo, cutting short his speech to tell the people wasonge nyuma. Why can't you just respect the governor, let him finish, then you come give those instructions? Sasa amesukuma John Mbadi, amemtoa kwa red carpet. These things as they accrue, I matter the intention. Maybe Faruk is a good guy, let's give him the benefit of a doubt. Ni vile tu he looks rogue, but optics matter. Even if you're telling a CS or a deputy president, bwana, you need to be on that side, aufai kuwa huku. The demeanor and how you say it, people are watching. People are seriously watching that, and that's where he gets it wrong. His demeanor is that of a bully, is that of a bulldozer, and each time he does that, popularity ya rais inaenda hivi. hivi. Wale fans wa Orengo wamedecamp, fans wa Mbadi wamedecamp, na inaendelea hivyo every other day. So he's not helping the president. No one elected him. He's a usurper of power. If anything, he's a PA. He should be planning the president's meetings and schedule for that matter. The third group of usurpers of power is David Ndii and Moses Kuria. All those unpopular finance bills are ndo architects. And it's a shame because their word trumps public participation. All finance bills have public participation. All bills brought to parliament have public participation of some sort. But when people do public participation, now waseme finance bill ta away, and then we see a few people advising the president the other way, and that is how the president pivots. It's a total disrespect to the people. But anyway, let me not get on the neck of the advisors. All they do is advice. They don't pick the way to go. They give the president options. Rais ndo anaamua wacha afuate his advisors or afuate njia yake mwenyewe. So at the end of the day, all the good and the bad rest on the president's shoulders. Shida yao tu ni ati wanataka accept the good. Ile mbaya wanasema ni Gachagua alipanga. It's a funny scenario to be in, but that's just how it is in this lawless country. But what say you guys? Do drop me your comments in the comment section below. Who do you think is actively usurping power in State House? Just drop us your comments. I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. Now, in the event you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula. Hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really, really need to subscribe to. All right, guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.